Odijinsu. Osabe obogu abi pemeru abi jiro. Ami siro de kede nyara. Awurmi ibepo ha abi. Ukuke de kenyana na. Ami foero that Obameru ne January rumedume December na. Ami ba he pemeru je hawe. Ba ha mi ame Odijinsu. Ami siro Ritibo, Arima, Hibikari Harame, Amemene would have Obami Hanyane, Oboga, Asaba, Obaminari, Obamina, Yirako, Obamina, Medan, Kutu, where Urumu, Ayabra, Rima Gonobone, Bibla Ramubo, Odijesu. Amine Yubuwa, Regbede, Egrede, Orufoma, Makupo, Odijesu. Esami Nobowari, President General Me, Oswami, worldwide. If you cook on an no bear or worry, Remahoma, Bamin or Mamerebe, Emoy Robone. Also, a mirror, Obosui to Bune, or Re, Imizome Sansa, I to Bunena, Usai to Bune, Gurede, Unesai, Guelma, Odijesu, Ami Pamela Mijiru, Okote, Yulunana. I mean, I'm very aware that we vive for Romana Alame. On a very Odijesu Christus in Yaman. He said,
why we are not happy, I will go on. I get it now. I am never hear me say, Ishamaname Asaba. Not on Wana, Obolute, Oboyo Sobanate, Mara Lutene, or your boss is Coca. But Romana, Muvana, Muvana, did Alajiwale, no, I may Sherman opening speech. But Romana, Tatomana, Siawai.
Welcome address by Alhaji Ekwale Ibrahim Omayi, President, Okpe Union Asaba Branch, on the occasion of the 2023 end of year party, held on Wednesday, 13th December 2023 at Orchid Hotel, Asaba. The chairman of the occasion, Professor Sam Oyuwaire, the royal father of the day, Oroje of Okpe Kingdom, the special guest of honor, His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, the President General and NEC members, Okpe Union worldwide, distinguished guests and invited personalities, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to welcome you to the Okpe Union Asaba Branch 2023 end of year party. Today, as we celebrate the end of another year, we are reminded of the importance of unity and the bonds that unite us. This year has been challenging for many of us, but we have also grown and shown resilience. Together, we have faced many obstacles and overcome them. As we look back at the year, we can be proud of all that we have accomplished as a social cultural union. It is worth noting that the union's membership grew significantly throughout the year, particularly after the 2023 gubernatorial election that saw the emergence of the executive governor of Delta State, His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oborewore, our dear Okpe son. This development motivated many Okpe residents in Asaba and its environs to join the union in large numbers. We are delighted with the positive growth and invite all Okpe residents in Asaba and surrounding areas who have not yet joined to do so as soon as possible. During the year under review, the union revived the Okpe Wado program on Delta service, radio/television programs in Asaba. We appreciate the support and cooperation of our Okpe leaders to sponsor this important program. The program is aimed to promote and preserve our cultural heritage and history among our people. I would like to thank each one of you for your contribution to the Okpe Union Asaba branch. Your hard work, dedication, and commitment to our union have made a real difference in the lives of many people. As we move forward into the new year, let us continue to work together to build a stronger, more vibrant, and prosperous union. Let us support one another, lift each other, and celebrate our successes together. I would like to thank the distinguished invitees, Okpe sons and daughters, including National Executive Committee members of the Union, for gracing this festive occasion. I hope you all have a wonderful time and wish you a safe trip back home. Thank you and God bless.
Okpe mena, Okpe wana, Okpe go misiewa, Okpe, Digo. My president, Alhaji, Ikwale, who I don't know. So kill me, I will not turn. I will you can go. I make the middle of it. My water brush. The president himself, who the mono was a Corinina, Taganikro, Obasababo, Bunga, Masabero, when no Roma. So, what if you buy one? SSC, Budo, Una do the Babu. My retired peers, we can't appreciate you enough because you have been working for the state, you have been working for the kingdom. And I also know that you have been working for your community. That's why I said you deserve a special appreciation. But no problem. My CPPS, that is why we said we need the children as many as we can. We need the wives as many as we can. Because as we are here today, you have distinguished yourself by your appearance, by your presence, and by your action. It is from the abundance of the heart that a woman does. Yeah, my national sec, see a camera kissing now. The others, very a lot of women, there are many breaking. Who were the blue, really one or two other. One of the women, or equal, or A4, humanitarian. My co-chief will especially greet you as somebody who have held this ground until where we are now, and you handed the mantle to those who are helping us here now to stabilize and make the union grow. We're not growing. You also one-time treasurer worldwide. Also, what area? Yeah. Imisu me Okpe Okpe wo mi si egwa bi no ma ki ara kisi na me me oyinbo fuwa na oyinbo wura jawa wo mi mama won ari e bi ado bi wo yeah inyera na o ma mede Okpe Okidi Okpo also want everyone na ari robotari the Asaba branch. Ale damo, ale to bon we avere, but ale damo, na ale bahu, to bari hawona, ale bahu womana for Kidioko. This is the seat of the government. You might face your own challenges, but he gave us advice. But you must remain the system to be able to grow and change the system to how you want it to be. Oh yes, we are all term. I mean, I Bible. Now we are term. For Kidioko also term. So I especially appreciate you people. When the invitation reached us, we said today. Initially, we said, Asaba. My base is Port Harcourt. How will I be able to make this? But some few days back, I called my national secretary and told him to please help me inform my president here that by the grace of God, we shall be with you today. And today we thank God we are here. You see, if I didn't come, I wouldn't have been able to appreciate what you have done and what you have been doing. And so I'm personally happy that I'm here to witness this epoch-making event. I didn't know below now. What I Okpe now? It took very found way to a union one arrow. I am more how we are, and that's why Obraye Jekobaro is the unity of Okpe. So, Mera Broma, a while Korosi, Amera Tata, Okpo, because unity is very, very important to us as an Okpe people. That's why for everything we do, unity is our first major virtue that we talk about. Now, we said we have been calling for the unity of all of us. In our organization such as this, such that is as big as Okpe Union, we will have our own divergent views. You can think freely, but when it comes to working, we will think together and work together for the progress and prosperity of the kingdom. Me, when I was campaigning for the office, I said, I've looked at Okpe. We have Sapele, we have Okpe, we have 2 local government councils. Our politicians, our sons and daughters that have been in politics have been putting in their best. But when you look at the place, there are no jobs, people don't have work. And I said, I will come in to fill that vacuum. And then I said, we will establish a mode of production for the kingdom before my office will come and go. What is the mode of production we had in mind? It's moving production from workshops to the factory. That a more better machine, you know, imagine social awana, the also say hotel na, tegana, just all hawana, and I just produce food. What we need is just the machine. Think of anything. Once we have the machine, we can produce them. And that's why we say we can produce all the office furnitures for the state in Okpe Kingdom. All the desks and tables that you need in this state in the kingdom. Let us begin with the simple works. But beyond that, we also talk to some foreigners, and they also agree that they will come to invest in our kingdom. But when we came in and we look at our pocket, we didn't have the money to do it. But we thank God that during our time, we have a governor. We have other members that are rightly positioned during our own period in office. So when we met last, we agreed that some of the proposals we have to establish what we have described as a mode of production for the kingdom, we will share it with them. And by the grace of God, when they kick in, we will have a situation whereby an Okpe son can come to Okpe and find a place to work. What are we wearing that cannot be produced in Okpe? We have looked at all these things. We said, beyond all these ones we can see, we can do more than that. But just give us the right machines. And the challenge we have at the union is we don't have the fund as it stands today. But when we came in, we said we must visit our elders, people like Prof, who is sitting by us today, who have so much love for Okpe. We visited him, he gave us his advice. We visited our son, TJN Okpe, he gave us the advice. And we have also visited others. We visited our council chairman and many other persons. The advice they gave to us, we say we are working with. As a union, today, we people rented this place, and I'm here addressing you people. But our headquarters at Okpe, we are here to lay the foundation. And so, when we say that Asaba branch must be united, we have beyond just your unity here, we are saying that we will work as a team to ensure that during this our own time, you are in office here, you are a member here, and I'm the PG of Okpe. If we could not complete it, but we must lay a foundation and take it to a level, an edifice with which Okpe Union will be identified that Ogonana, this is Okpe House in Okpe Kingdom. That is one of the plans we have. Today, you cannot see a place we call that this is Okpe Union House. We must do that during our time. And all hands must be on deck. A place where we sit down and begin to brainstorm, think together, work together on how Okpe can grow. We need it. Yeah. It's a necessity. Yeah. And something that we must do. That we are working towards that. So, yeah, I may tell you that the union don't wanna go your to know. Nada ne avec Isapele, la mère tout s'appelle. Aïe go for kidi Okpe bukoro here. They will go come on and the Sapele Land Trust Fund has been very, very supportive to Okpe Union since 1930. At that time it was £13,000, but it was done, and we know the support all the branches gave. For us at the union, yes, We will not support this union, but my money will not be enough to take care of all our branches, because the branches are going to multiply between now and the next few years when we will complete our tenure. And so we said we must have a boss that we can depend on. We came to the union, there is no money at all, and we said we must start it, so that we will not have a union that the center depends only on the branches, and the branches cannot get any form of assistance from the center. And that is why we say today, as we are coming, as a take-off point, we said we will not conclude without telling you people thank you. Okpe April said that
God bless you. Okay.
The President General Okpe Union Worldwide, the President and the host, Chief Host, Okpe Union Asaba branch, the President, Mori branch, the Secretary of Okpe Union, the former President. I didn't know that Okakuru Yokoro, retired senior civil servant, was once upon a time the president of this. Maybe he gave all that rundown because for a while now I have had the privilege of taking part in screening those who want to be chiefs in Okpe. Former Permanent Secretary, Mr. Okpe. Our sitting Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Okufasa. Officials of the union, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit of, to get it correctly. Yes, sir. Today, the ministry that I once headed is called Ministry of Information and Orientation. But until this now, it was for a long time the Ministry of Information and Culture. And that was the ministry I headed many years past. I really want to express my appreciation to those of you who are here in Okpe. I'm tempted to want to speak long. What we have on the program is opening remarks by chairman. And opening remarks must not be too long. If it's too long, people will sleep. But because of the challenge which I think this branch should be conscious of, together with the commendations which I also think I need to offer to them, I will take 5 minutes in this speech. all of you know, I want to believe all of you know, those of you who are members of Okpe Union, that Okpe Union was founded in 1930. So, it is more than 90 years old. It was founded in Lagos. That was the headquarters of the capital city of Nigeria. After Lagos, the most very important branch of that union was Ibadan. Subsequently, Kano, and then the various other branches followed. For people like myself, one of the oldest senior advocate of Nigeria today, Okpe T.J.O. Okpe, and I found ourselves in England in 1964. And from 1965 to 1970, I was the Secretary General of the Okpe Union UK branch. For 5 years. And it's a very interesting experience. I'm saying this not only just for the clapping, but the lesson which I am trying to get across to those of you who are here in Asaba. So Lagos, Ibadan, Kano, later to Jos and Kaduna, and then the UK, London in particular, were the key pillars of Okpe Union. Little history tells you that for a long time, for more than 3 centuries, the monarchy almost went into abeyance. Okpe Union fought hard to revive the monarchy. Between 1930 and 1945, the monarchy came back. It's a long history that should not delay us here. I'm saying all of this because of your role today in Asaba. You all know that some of us fought hard to want a Delta state. It was such a struggle. Even after the Midwest, we continue with the fight. And when finally it was created, it took the shape that we now have today. Exactly this was in the shape that we needed. But we need to make as much success as we can from what we have today. That brings you as a branch in Asaba into focus. Because when civil servants moved first from Ibadan to Benin, many civil servants slept outside in the corridors because there were no places. Benin was a very rusty city. And of course, in 1991, when Deltans moved to Asaba, Asaba itself was as good, if not as bad, as Benin. There was only one main street in Asaba here. And all of you went through it. I want to commend those of you who stayed behind, because many people were tempted to get out of the service. If you are not in the service, how will you become a permanent secretary? If things are so bad, they are bad, we are suffering, and you get out of the service, how can you become permanent secretary? You can't. If you are not involved in the teaching process with all the problems it has, how can you become a vice principal and later principal? If the university is so bad and therefore you want money, you want very quick dresses, very quickly, how can you become a senior lecturer, a professor, and possibly with politics, the vice chancellor? And if you are not there with a good name, a good background, and a grasp of what you are doing, how can you become pro-chancellor and chairman of council of a university? How? You cannot. Sometimes we complain, we talk. I've had the privilege of listening to many of us who complain, they are oppressing me, they are doing that. If you go and search, you find the person who is complaining himself, he or herself, is a problem. It's part of the problem. I'm saying so because one of the challenges we have here in Asaba, please, Okpe sons and daughters, if we ever find our way into the service, try and be here. Try to be honest. Try to have a grasp of your work. Of course, don't be oppressed. You must not be oppressed. If anybody is sitting over you, I'm sure you will find an open man somewhere, one day, and your assistance will become easy. If you are strong, then it is easy. If you are complaining of being oppressed and you come to tell me a story, and I said I want to hear the total story, because you have only told me what your feeling of being oppressed, and I go and find out that you yourself have a problem, how can you be helped by anybody? It's very difficult. So Asaba is the capital of Delta State. Okpe Union has to be strong in Asaba. I beg all of you, please appeal to our fellow settlers, those who are working, whether you are a trader, whether you are a businessman, whether you are dealing with selling and buying and building of houses for rent, whether you are a civil servant from the lowest rank down to the highest, try to patronize the Okpe Union. Because if you are not together, you have no way to go to. This is a country, this is a continent that has many more years to go before things will flow to you. I tell the children of my community called Upuraja, those of them who are 30 years and below would hardly believe that that village had no road leading to it. It has no light leading to it, let alone the next village and the next village and the next village. But today, those things are taken for granted. So once again, I appeal to those of you who are here to bear the burden, the cost. But please be conscious that you have an organization. Okpe Union is not an easy place to govern. Very difficult. And it's understandable. There is no easy place to govern. In fact, you would have thought that the church should be the easiest place to govern. But you go into the church and you see the politics in the church. You will be, sometimes you will swear, you will want to cry. The Okpe Union here in Asaba, the PG will have his remarks because the PG needs Asaba very badly. Try and persuade our sons and daughters who are here to join you. Don't chase them away. Those who cannot speak Okpe, don't intimidate them with your Okpe. Yes, encourage them.
Yes, sir.
Encourage them. Because they are important. My Christianity is very simple. Me and my God. And God makes no mistake. God has not made a mistake that you were born Okpe. For those of you who are our daughters from outside, God made no mistake that you marry an Okpe man.
Yes, no mistakes.
For those of us men who have caused to marry our daughters from elsewhere, God made no mistake that you marry such daughters. So you must get them. And this country, this continent, for a long time to come, will not be governed purely on meritocracy. If you are not considered to come from somewhere, nobody would answer you. Finally, I want to thank all of you. I hope you realize what you have achieved presently. That an Okpe man is the governor.
Yes,
I hope you realize this. 1997, 1998, 1999. I owe you mine. I thank God I'm alive.
yes.
I wanted to be governor of Delta State. It collapsed. The story of why it collapsed is for another day. And so when Right Honorable Sheriff came up, you can see how happy. If I had died before he became governor, it would have been terrible for me. So whatever you think Sheriff is, I'm calling him, I'm used to calling him with a simple name. I know the protocol. Whatever you think he is, please try and manage him because he's also managing you.
Yes.
We are not likely to have another Okpe man for a long time to come. Circumstances gave rise and Sheriff emerged.
Yes.
And we must not toy. We must not toy with the opportunity. Whatever he does, if there are things you think that are not quite good, talk about it quietly to some of us.
Right, sir.
Talk about it quietly.
Yes.
Don't go on the media.
Hello.
Don't go on the social media.
Yes.
It is a terrible thing you will do. You don't conduct proper meetings on social media. We media lawyer PG and presidents, I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, an opening remark should be very brief. Otherwise, I have more things to say. The summary is that remember Lagos as the location where Okpe Union was founded and how useful Lagos was in the revival of the monarchy. Remember Ibadan. Ibadan was where Chief Biokoro was, who became, we used to say Otota, Okpe now. remember the role of Jos, remember the role of Kano, and Kaduna, and for those of us who were in London. This is what Asaba is today. Please hold yourself together. Encourage yourself.
Very educative and very incentive statement, message, enlightenment. What we did not know is what he has just told us. And that is why by his chieftaincy title, conferred and bestowed on him by the Oroje of Okpe, the Ororo the First, Umogu. By his confirmation of his chieftaincy title is the Okiruru of Okpe Kingdom. Which means Okiruru of Okpe Kingdom, which means the most sensible person in Okpe Kingdom by translation of English language. He has just given us an insight of well-educative history of the Okpe Union, how it was given birth to, and how it was founded from Ibadan, Lagos to where we are today. And he made insight of a recognition of Chief Bekoro where he started, and today he's a pioneer founding father of this Okpe Union. A one-time President General of the Asaba branch, and is also ex-officials of the Asaba branch. I recognize you and you are welcome, sir. Okay, Biti Gwambone.
Jurem na yuye President General Kokole Okpe Akpeji ose wakubucha Ninyere Igbo Rabari Sansa Marukeje Puyo Miagba Rabari Wori Miagba David Onokpe Oji President ne Asokeba Ninyere Ninyere Kakuru Ejobi Emene Kirotona Okpe Okpe Rabari Kula Gbaru Abẹ́rẹ́ Òyẹ̀rúkọ Kula yìí kọ́ sọ́rọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀rẹ́ tí nìyẹn. Ìbóni ọ̀gbọ̀n mẹ́ yíwọ̀ ní gbé ní ẹgbà rẹ̀ pé ẹ̀rẹ́ kílẹ̀ jù pé ọ̀dọ̀ ògbó yìí. Adágọ̀rọ̀ tọ̀rọ̀ yìí lẹ́dẹ̀ dẹ́n. Okpe Yorùbá Igbo nílé ní àníyẹn. Àmì ẹ̀rí àníyẹn lòdì. Yorùbá Lime woto ebule group ejupi aji urie aji bipo awale lagbaro awali kuro pe abe ugru yi ni obara wale ya elwe ore no bo ha obone obere awale bo awale bipo ha ugru awali kuro pe ugru abali yuko kokoko ugru abali bakabasa ndama ro Kanu abali ugru abali akparo ko pe yobi kini obo ko wadu ko kyo China i president awali regula sabana bila kwa urubu sa Paul bila ko ru ibarere amene oye head of service devule go chive for the very awale mozin here orele Okpena koye solo abewo re abewo cha to bawale anumo jiji padare Okpe mi na urudo wae to boyi ai pari okunana robona ai pari oke Okpe ere awa yin ko luko yan baro rubo yan baro ọgbọ ojúwe bẹ òkòkò mẹ kọyé sọ̀rọ̀ abẹjọ tó bọnà náà ẹnẹ tí ọjà ọkọ nana ọnyẹ rọkò dẹ ayé wúlẹ etí nana kọyé sọ̀rọ̀ ọkẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà sọ̀bọ̀ lórí mọ̀sítẹ̀ nàní ní sùn nínú ìlú yọ mọ̀sítẹ̀ àkẹrẹ ní ọmọ kọyé sọ̀rọ̀ yóò sọ̀bọ̀ nẹ ọkùnrin kò nana ayébẹ̀rẹ̀ ọkẹ Okpe. Pọ̀dún. Ògàgà mi ní ọ. Ọ̀dà mi wọ́n yóò ta rọ́ọ̀kì. Mẹ́mọ̀ oníkú miàwó mi nù rẹ̀. Mi ọ̀gá ìmàmọ́ mi àìsí ìwé sí èkẹta ẹni lọ́la. Máìdò. Ní professor. Ìdíwọ́bù ní professor. PG ìdíwọ́bù ní ìpapò sásáàbù ní ìdíwọ́bù ní ìpapò. I need to be because in the Ghana we need one and we need to I have a cook but I don't know any place before we are in Nana we need to hold in program and any professor you tell them whether you go there and a word is enough for a wise man, not even 1,000 words. Not to make any sense to the fool. Ọ̀rẹ́ni nana, àmì Romeo, àmì Nàìjíríà. Bìpẹ̀máyé màmá yà sá, ìmìkítà ayé àwọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ invitation ní náà. Bìpẹ̀máyé màmá. Tí ó bá gbòòrò, ìdí ìpẹ̀máyé ayé àdìmọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Mo ní náà mèsì yọ bọ́ọ̀nù. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ ànyàrè ẹ̀yìn lè jẹ́ tó gbá ìgbé dẹ́dẹ́. Ọ̀hà ẹ̀yìn àgbèwò bọ́gbà ẹ̀yìn náà kí wáyé ìgbé dẹ́dẹ́. Ó máa ń bí dáàtò sí ẹ̀gbà yìí.
Ma ebe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nẹ́rù sọlọ́bù ẹ̀kọ́ yọ ya bí àpọ̀ yọ ya bí àpọ̀. Ọ̀sẹ̀ àmì pẹ̀míràn àmì ìjírú màmọ́ ó kẹ́rẹ́ sí ìwé tàbí àmì ẹ̀ta ẹ̀tẹ́kẹ́ gẹ́ nánà àmì gíròrò àmì ìrìsì yàmìrà gíròrò òní àpọ̀rọ̀ gíròrò ìrò lọ́sẹ̀ tòrò bá jọ àwọn ìfi bọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ògèhì àtàtò fi bọ̀ rírò àmì gẹ̀rẹ́ náà ògèhì àtàtò fi bọ̀ bó pẹ̀ dàtó pẹ̀ ọ̀nà ní àrùbárò àpámi ọ̀nà ní àrùbárò kókó náà ó gbẹ́yìn ní ọ̀há sàbánà bìkó ẹ̀gbọ́lọ́ hàbẹ̀ gbèjè nyàlẹ̀lẹ̀ soso Okpe Union kẹtọ́ tẹ̀lé ìmìà ìyá mi fi rẹ̀ rẹ̀ ẹ̀nẹ̀ so Okpe Union worldwide ọ̀sẹ̀ bìkó gbẹ̀gìzẹ̀ nìyà yìí ìzẹ̀ dẹ̀ wàrin yìí tó bú yìí sọ́nù mọ̀ ní ẹ̀wàrin yà yẹ wàrin àmìjì rọ ìmọ̀pẹ̀ ìhàbẹ̀ rẹ̀ sásásá ìhàbẹ̀ gọ́mẹ̀ntì ìhìrì bísínẹ̀sì ìhàsúwèyí ọ̀sẹ̀ bìkó jẹ́yà ìyàrọ̀bàrọ̀ ìhìrì gọ́mẹ̀ntì jẹ́yà ìyàrọ̀bàrọ̀ èrò politics ọ̀sẹ̀ bí kò já ètò fi politics àbí dẹ́rì gọ́vọ́nọ̀ bò ó bọ́ president ọ̀jẹ̀ àbọ̀n sọlọ́bùgbò ẹ̀hún nílùú yẹ wẹ́ ẹ̀ka mọ̀ra òru abúgbò náà òbú tárì wúrẹ̀ fi bọ́ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ́tò rúgbà gbẹjọ́ pẹ̀ àrùbá rẹ̀ jẹ̀wọ́ lówó rírì fò pẹ̀ kékeré mọ̀ pétérì júpà yìí lò ó gbogbo fòrí ẹ̀ dẹ́ omi sọ́mi hó tárì wà náà ògùnmọ́lá àwọn kókó náà mi àwọn náà àwọn kẹ́ wórí ọ kámi àwọn ìsìn orin àmì àwọn àní àwọn gbígbógọ́ àwọn ṣe dẹ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ kókó ló ṣe odógbó ṣe ó pẹ̀ náà ní àrùbá rẹ̀ àgbà mi náà ní àrùbá rẹ̀ yóò kẹ́ wọn náà rẹ̀ wọ́wọ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ àbókè òwò kèmúkèmú tó àgèdè òtá ẹ̀ mọ́sìsì wà mọ́sìsì yàtá ẹ̀ mọ́ mẹ́ tata kèmúkèmú ẹ̀ ta rọ́ mẹ́rọ̀ ọ̀yún nílùú hàn án ọ̀sẹ̀ ọba mi àtàrọ̀ rẹ̀ yìí nana jó pẹ̀ ní àrùbá rẹ̀ jìmá mi ní àrùbá rẹ̀ kèmúkèmú àmì rúfó tó ọ̀pẹ́ náà yà mí ní àrùbá rẹ̀ máa tó kóró gbẹ́ yàrá kété sásásá ó wọn àpá orí mi nìyé wùtá wọn àmì wọn náà yá mi 120 100 jẹ́rìí ó máa mi wọ́n ìyá mi pò mú kọ̀mọ́ gbẹ́ kọ̀mọ́ gbọ́ ha mana tọ́ ha ẹsẹ̀ amọ́fẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ mẹ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ bí kò tí mi àmọ́ nùfọ́ àyè jẹ́ apá yìí ngàbọ̀ báàrù ọ̀rọ̀ ha fún káàrọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ bí kò jẹ́ gbé káàrọ̀ fi rọ̀ náà nùfọ́ káàrọ̀ rẹ̀ kèmúkèmú lọ náà mi ngàbọ̀ báàrù ọ̀sẹ̀ bí kò gbé jẹ́rìí wò rẹ̀ ra mi àmì rẹ̀ rí ọ ọ̀rẹ́ wọ́lọ̀ wọ́ orúkọ̀rọ̀ wọ́ fọ́ wíjọ́ àrẹ̀rẹ̀ àrẹ́rà mẹ́ẹ̀ wíjọ́ púpọ̀ màrẹ̀rẹ̀ àrẹ́rà mẹ́ẹ̀ wúpọ̀ pẹ́ wà tó ní ọ̀sẹ̀ wúpọ̀ náà sáì fòrí rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́ pa rúgbòkò wọ́n náà sáì báyìí mi òun òpá ẹgbẹ́ bá mi rúgbòkò náà wíjọ́ kúrò báyìí mi òun òpá ẹgbẹ́ sọ mi gbẹ́bùn ẹ̀rẹ́ gbẹ́bùn ọ̀sẹ̀ wíjọ́ kúrò báyìí mi òun máa do ọ̀rọ̀ náà ọ̀sẹ̀ mi orí ufó pẹ́ náà ẹ̀sẹ̀ Professor Samuel yóò ẹ̀rẹ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ bí kò gbogbo ìrìnàjò náà kò rẹ kẹ̀dẹ́kẹ̀dẹ́ bíyì nẹ́rù mọ́ píjáme gbogbo ìrìnàjò náà kò rẹ kẹ̀dẹ́kẹ̀dẹ́ president àtàmì alhaji kwalẹ̀ president ọ̀hún ní bọ̀tù máa yọ̀ wọ̀ yẹ kọ̀kẹ́kọ̀kú wẹ̀sẹ̀ president umana iye wana ene ri umegwa iye ene ri orope iye ene ri ona iye ose biko mẹ́gbà ọ̀nà náà yẹrẹ náà jẹ́ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ta mílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ gọ́fà mọ́ni ọ̀ kọ́kọ́ náà sùn kọ́kọ́ náà sùn náà rótọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀hẹ́hẹ́ mámẹ́hẹ́ wọn náà yẹ́yẹ́ gbọ́nà yàrá yóò náà yẹ́yẹ́ ẹ̀hẹ́ ẹ̀rọ fún àfọ ẹ̀hẹ́ àrọ̀ ọgbọ̀n mẹ́rin àpárí sí mi ọ̀sẹ̀ gbùrẹ́ nánà tí ó lè fó lè ó rà mí kọ̀kẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ mọ̀ bọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì jésù kristu ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọ àmì ìṣẹ́ àmì nẹ́rù mọ́ná ọ̀dọ́sẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́mọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ìṣẹ́ ọ̀fọ̀
for my boy,
This is my first time of being present at the annual celebrations of the Union in Asaba. And I am highly impressed because it is very difficult to assemble our people. By our people, I don't mean the Okpe generally everywhere. So to see all of them present here today, here in Asaba, the state capital, which is historic. I expect that the much that has happened today and the best wishes which were expressed that the new year will be a better year. And by this time, hopefully next year, God will us. And I'm here, I will celebrate a better year again.
The Union was founded since 1940. The kingdom when we came into office, we came with the issue. But we said during our time, this union will grow from strength to strength, that the coming year will be better than this. The indicators are all there. First, you see the Asaba branch. They are putting in their home branches.
You know it happened. All of them.
Beyond that, we have an open son. It's a man that listens. And when he listens and is doing certain things, we, the opens, will definitely bless. You see? These are some of the things we put together and we said, this year,
by the special grace of God, we are going to work hard to improve what we have given this year. By the special grace of God, we will increase our membership drive and to make sure that our members that are in the service, they have what it takes to be a government worker. We will endeavor to increase their productivity in the service. So we pray that the governors will listen to our plight, our request, to empower our youth so that there will be peace in the community.
I
Mr. Robinson, Onofogamo, Resido, too much.
Thank you.